I want you to tell me where the president says this witness must be charged. Because you're attributing to the president and to this commission things that are not said anywhere, and you're using them as a basis for a postponement application and a high court application. I will read for you what the president said in his statement. The commission has said there's prima facie evidence of wrongdoing, and referrals are made in respect of these people. But you making an application on the basis that there's a criminal case and somebody has been charged. But there's no basis for that. Because wrongdoing could be HR related, could have nothing to do with criminal proceedings. So don't attribute to the president statements he did not make. That's the first point. The second point is, if your entire argument is taken to its logical conclusion, especially in relation to the privilege or the right against self-incrimination, it means your client will never testify in this commission, because even in 6 months' time, there will still be a concern about self-incrimination, which means he should never come here and he should never take part in this commission, and we should just forget about it. Because that's the logical conclusion. Thank you, Mr. Mwata.
Perhaps if I may just add to the first point that Commissioner Khumalo says, reading from the President's statement, the media statement, it actually also reads that a task team will be constituted. The task team will institute investigations against people identified by the Commission for Investigation. So nowhere does it say your client is going to be charged and what he will be charged with. It just says a team is constituted to conduct investigations. So self-incrimination is not an issue that you can rely on at this point.
Thank you, Commissioners. I appreciate that. Let me start with the first one that Commissioner Khumalo indicated. Thank you. Thank you so much. That the statement by the President does not make any reference to any criminal case. It might as well be an HR case. But whilst we are quite very clear that in terms of the terms of reference of this commission, the commission is to make recommendations and findings for criminal charges and any other process. And that's in terms of the terms of reference of this commission. So I don't think any terms of reference from this commission can be taken less the criminal aspect as well. That's number one. Number two, even if the process may end up...
You're not answering me. You said in your submissions, the President said your client must be charged.
Commissioner, if
now, I was simply pointing out that nowhere in the President's statement does he say that, because the statement says the Commission has found prima facie evidence of wrongdoing and has made referrals for investigation, which is what Commissioner Baloyi is emphasizing. Let's not play around with words. I mean, either you're answering what I'm saying and you address it specifically, or we don't deal with it at all. But to say you can imply other things that are not there, it's simply incorrect. You're making an application, and you're saying one of the grounds upon which the application is brought is that the day he was supposed to testify, he found out that the President said he must be charged. Either that is correct or that is incorrect. And then we can deal with the issue of self-incrimination, which, as I said, on your argument, that will always be there, which means on your argument, he should never come to this commission and testify. So those are the 2 points. Please deal with them specifically, but let's not go around them.
Commissioner, unfortunately, sometimes there is no just a simple way just to give you a yes or no to an answer. You have to give a context to it. And giving a context to it is not avoiding answering your question, but it's just trying to clarify the issue. But what I'm trying to say to you, Commissioner, is no tax team, no investigation will not lead to a person being charged. The tax team at the end of the day, the investigation at the end of the day, because there's a prima facie evidence of wrongdoing. Wrongdoing in this instance has not been explained, whether it's wrongdoing only in terms of HR-related matters or in criminal matters. So whatever way that is going to answer, there is already a prima facie wrongdoing before he could make a written submission or could say anything. And that in itself, Honorable Commissioner, is a ground for one to implicate.
Isn't that the problem? You don't know what wrongdoing has been identified. You have absolutely no idea. Absolutely not. Maybe the wrongdoing is that he exceeded the speed limit on Rivonia Road. You have absolutely no facts to base yourself on to say whatever he's going to be saying about these WhatsApp messages in the 4,500 pages will be self-incriminating. You have absolutely no basis. You haven't seen the report. You don't know what that report says about your client or this witness. You have absolutely no idea. And so you have no basis whatsoever to say anything at all that he's going to be saying here is self-incrimination. As I say, and I say it without meaning to be flippant, but to make the point that it could be that the wrongdoing that causes the president to order an investigation against him is he exceeded the speed limit. You don't know. You have no basis. This is really, honestly, a fact-devoid application. You may want to argue the legal points that you rely on, but where you want to say, well, he's going to incriminate himself, well, the WhatsApp messages, there are no facts. We don't know what those WhatsApp messages, what his explanations are for them. We don't know, and yet you want to rely on that to persuade us, the commissioners, to grant a postponement, when you are not saying to us, here are the facts about those WhatsApp messages, here's what they speak to. And so you commissioners should not allow them to be showed. I mean, that's what you do with an application. You're asking for an indulgence from us. There's no order of court that says we can't proceed. So as matters stand, we are entitled to proceed. You seek an indulgence. You haven't, in this application, pleaded any facts on which we would base our indulgence, at least according to me. And I don't know that there's any, and of course subject to the chairperson, I don't know that there's
facts or law.
Facts or law, absolutely. I really don't know that there's any, we're serving any real purpose with this continued exchange. You have made your case on your papers. You've been engaged by us. You're not saying anything new to us. You keep repeating what you have said. I'm not sure